But alright, let's continue indeed. And we just got to the Blood Aqueducts, which is a really good spot to actually farm for XP.
My mana is gone.
A lot of people use this spot to progress in the game. Go faster. It's a great spot though. But I'm just gonna go ahead and blaze through it real fast. Because I'm just interested in getting to the maps, which is the endgame content. Just melt into it. We're still rocking a 5 link setup on both of our skills too. Anything good? Someone's heart. A coral ring over there. The coral gives us health. Hold on. More importantly, is my ice shot one-shotting? Oh yeah, I did. My ice shot one-shots as well. I like this build. They're doing tornado ice shot. So ice shot with mirage to basically kill single targets. And then our did I have the wrong? No, I didn't have the wrong bow. You know what's funny is this bow looks like it's just like an average like small bow, but it's actually a really good one. Like it looks like what I would consider like a low level, like a level 5 bow or something that's like enchanted. All right. Let us go.
Good luck.
Over here, and I think we gotta exit that way. But we'll go ahead and just talk to everyone in town. Oh, no one's over there. Talk to our boy Tsuni.
My sister Kira.
I wish there was a path from here to here. I think it's just Navali that has the quest marker. Yep. And the descent. I want to get in dual 6 links. Oh, there's a silver coin. Open up that trunk. What is this trying to do? Returning life? Oh, okay. I also really like this part of the soundtrack. Ooh, that's a lot. Oh. We'll get into the desert. There's a couple of cool bosses over here too. Oh, what's dropped? Oh, I'm fusing, nice.
Would only slow me
Oh,
down.
we're full. How big is this item? Okay, cool. We're good. Oh, coming up to the Moral Syndicate. This is a mechanic from a different league. Basically, there's like a gate. You can blow up the gate. And we'll fight these guys inside. We're gonna destroy all these because they heal them.
My mana is gone.
And we'll show off this mechanic. Just a little bit more safe. So you can interrogate or bargain with them. Honestly, I just kind of click on it. I don't really like the mechanic too much.
That would only slow me down.
Let's go ahead and go back into town. And get rid of all the items. Oh, we actually had potentially an upgrade here. Forgot about this. Oh, never mind. I'd like that it did pierce another target, but... Oops, let's go ahead and identify most of these. And get some extra currency out of it. Oh, think about that. It's like a total of 9% attacks because like I'm always going to be critting towards the end of the game. And then, so you see how there's like a weird little like mirage under this item? We can unveil the item and it'll actually reveal like a new effect on the item and we're going to be able to pick from it. It's kind of a cool mechanic, but I just feel like the whole like Immortal Syndicate just takes way too long. Oh, this is for another part of the quest now. Forgot about it. Anyways, I'll show you guys that mechanic. Because once you eliminate them, June shows up and you can unveil item. You put the item in here and you'll hit unveil. And you'll also unlock some of these later down the line when you go ahead and select. But you get to basically select a modifier on the item. So, I mean, in our instance, we don't really need this item anyways, but go ahead and select that and then it'll unveil that item. And that's what'll roll on it. So it's kind of cool. Ooh, servers are having issues definitely with the latency of the map. I don't even know if we need to like do anything with this mechanic. I should probably just log in and out.
Goodbye. Yes. See ya.
Okay, Bottle Storm.
See ya.
Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
Is Necro still legit built? I've been getting minion uniques. Ah, I think so. I think it's still like pretty strong. They took a few nerfs in some areas. I don't recall exactly, but I'm sure if you like YouTube like minion changes 3.9, someone probably already made a video on it. I wouldn't be the best one to ask on that, but minions were super cheap and super easy to clear for the most part. But I mean, if you like sitting back and letting your guys do the work, it's a pretty decent build. I don't know, for me, like, I always like having the minions, like in Diablo 2 with like the Necromancer. I liked that when I was younger, but I don't know, if, now I don't like pet builds. I feel like I'm impatient because the AI has to like, you know, it's AI, it has to like do its thing, it has to be AI. Probably don't need this attack speed at all, but whatever, we're getting it. Oh, this is just a hideout? Or what was this?
Hello.
Oh, that's for the mechanic. Okay, whatever. But yeah, don't think of uniques as like
sounds good. Does it
something
work?
that you need to have on every character. There are some things that are like build defining ones. Like you need one specific one for a build. But most of the time in this game, unlike Diablo, Diablo is like you have to slam legendaries in every single piece of gear. No yellows. Here we go. I hate how in order for Mirage to actually appear, you actually have to wait, you can just fight him right now? Oh, okay. I was like, oh, that's really cool.
My mana is gone.
No, does he still have to like slam every single one? So we're coming up to this boss fight over here. It's kind of a cool boss fight. I wonder if they updated this, because I know this was a complaint. So basically, You just have to keep on following till you get to the end. But like, he doesn't show up sometimes. Like, you have to go back and like kill the smaller ones in order to make him follow you. The density's a lot stronger though. Oh, there he is right there. You gotta watch the big scorpion tail. And then he goes over to the next one. Does the same thing and slams the ground. And then just don't be within like a direct line of his like sight. You can move farther away. Closer to ground, it might be a little bit more difficult to dodge. But like, it's very easy to see the thing. Okay, now we can go ahead and but he's pretty easy. If you step in the like quicksand though, you do move quite slow. So where do we go? Earth sign power. I have orb chance. If I had orb chance, I'd try to put that into Star Cone just. I think I'm yeah, it might be faster at this point. Walk back. Because I don't think we got the waypoint over here. We didn't. Okay. We should actually kind of be on the lookout for that. What do you get? Oh. I think I grabbed the organ, right? I don't remember. My build is strong, but I'm soft. I'm investing too much into damage. Oh, okay, so you need some help? Alright, so to answer your question, I don't know what level you are, but probably look at your resistances. Those are really key. Don't gimp out of on those. You can also easily and cheaply increase your effectiveness on your character if you just get just a Bismuth flask, and that will give you extra survivability by getting extra resistances. You can also look up Gold Rim. It's a unique helmet, and go to PoE Trade and probably buy it. It's probably super cheap. Oops. Dang it. Okay, there we go. Like, what the heck? This thing was probably gonna be super strong. Let's see. The heck, it looked like it was turning into a T-Rex. The guy riding a dinosaur. Oh, it's a big boy riding a dinosaur. Oh my gosh, we almost ripped. Let's see, that's why I like low life. It makes it more exciting for me. And we got him.
This guy.
Woo! We didn't get the waypoint here, did we? Do I need this area for anything? We're good. I'm surprised we didn't get a waypoint. We're pretty much covered there. I don't think we need to come back here, so we're good. You got that? Oh, you have Gold Rim? Are you just really low on life? What level are you? And also, I guess, what class you are. Because, like, you can be totally fine with, like, relatively low life if your dodge chance and your evade is pretty high.
Hello. See you soon.
Like, my life is really low, too. but because you have a lot of dodge, it helps out. Honestly, I'm betting down to get some more bow and probably cold damage. Because if I freeze the enemy, they're not doing anything. Probably get crit too, because then if I crit, it freezes them anyways. What is this one? Attack speed. Enemies have total physical damage reduction against your hits. I don't know. I'll think more about like what I actually want to path towards. Because at this point, I can literally put 1 point into here, and I can respec out of all this. But anyways, I won't waste time. We'll go ahead and just continue it going in. I just want to get to the end game. I'm gonna go here, and then we're gonna go up. There's like a big bull guy too. I just don't want to get one shot. That's the only thing.
My mana is gone.
Honestly, one of my favorite items is always the brass dome. Gives you so much armor. I think I might get it. It's a really cheap item too. It's just that if you want it with 6 sockets, then yeah. Take some money. Hello, new to this game. What is endgame once you reach epilogue? Okay, so the endgame in this is doing what's called maps. And maps are essentially just doing exactly what we're doing. Have you played Diablo? Think of it kind of like Greater Rifts, but you have random modifiers on the map. You'll know exactly what they are going in, unless it's a corrupted map and it doesn't show what's on it. So what we're gonna do right now is fight the Basilisk. And he sets things on fire. So if you really want to max out on fire resist before you fight him, feel free to do so. But he's a relatively easy boss fight. I mean, we're just literally knocking him back into the corner. He can't really do too much. And that's why I mentioned before, like King of the Hill. I just love that passive so much. That node just makes so many of the fights just unfair. So now that we got the powder, we're going to do something with that. And I forgot what we need to do next. Oh, we didn't get the waypoint, so we're going to actually have to block back. That's fine. It's not that far. What do you do in the Atlas? So in the Atlas, you can kind of modify. I haven't gotten to the end game for this season yet, but basically what it comes down to is modifying the maps and trying to find these like super uber bosses. In fact, most people don't even get to like bosses. They just kind of complete the campaign, they do a couple maps, and then they get bored of the game, or they just like can't do it, it's too hard. But I feel like if you put in the time, it's kind of cool. I want to see the new bosses too, so I'm gonna get to this super far end game. So those are just 4 link items, which I really probably should turn off as I can drop sounds at this point, but I'm honestly being just lazy. Because I don't want to get off this game, I just want to keep on going in. Trial of Ascendancy in the tunnel, okay. The next one will be a huge breakpoint because get another arrow. And then I'm hoping we can get Death's Opus, which is going to be a bow that's unique and it fires 2 extra arrows. Then we'll have our Ascendancy to give us an extra 1 arrow. I just love how fast this build is, like in the movement speed department. Dang, so nice. Still not nicer and not as fast as Flicker Strike, but it's pretty close in terms of like the speed, right? I feel like we're at like end game when we got like most of our gear pieces now, and we're just breezing through the content. find the powder. We can actually maybe do the mine since we're kind of maxed out. After a boss fight over here. Let me get some extra flasks to do more damage. Oh! That's a lot of tornadoes. Is it? Are they ripped? Oh, I thought we were finished with them because like we got some loot. I'm like, how come the gate's not open? There you go.
My love.
We should probably not like store up these skill points. I'll think about it and put them in a moment. I don't think we're like really crunched for putting in stat points. I've got to go back to what else? Okay, what is this? Let's find the fabled Marakath relic. We're looking for a relic in here. Oh, is this with the giant bull guy? Oh, there he is. This game is so good though, like... So I was playing a lot of Diablo Season 19, and while I do enjoy Diablo, it's just that I feel like there's just so much more things to do in this game that like are like surprise as far as like
Farewell.
Bye. Bye.
like upgrades. We have 3 passives, and we need to be putting them in.
Yes. Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
Let's go ahead and do this. Go into the quarry. It's so hard to know what to do and what kind of gear mats worth picking up. Well, all the mats are actually worth picking up. You'll use pretty much most of them in the game. But pretty much like that, the gold standard is like Chaos Orbs, Exalted Orbs. I mean, everything has its use, but like I feel like those are the ones that like most people are like wanting. I'd say like the 3 most common ones for trade: Exalted, Chaos, maybe like Alp. So like people like actually need the rest. Like I honestly almost never use Chaos Orbs. Or Exalted Orbs. I just use them to trade to get the items that I want. Because in order to craft the items, I feel like you gotta wait a long time before that becomes more valuable than just buying the item. We really need to get a much better quiver. Oh, notice if we're not on full life, we don't melt things that fast. Oh, it's because... How? I don't even know how we're generating frenzy charges. We're just taking cold damage. That cold damage isn't even that big of a deal.
Thank you very much.
Hey, there's a Chaos Orb. With the President soundtrack. But yeah, there's no currency that's like not really worth picking up, especially in the early on the game. Make him just walk backwards. So how this boss mechanic works is there's a bunch of lightning, and yeah, you just don't stand in it. Ooh. That's ripperoni pepperoni. So, what I wanted to do, honestly, was path over here. Now that I'm thinking about it. And I want to get all these resistance nodes and the double jewel nodes. I don't have another jewel node to put in right now, so I'll worry about that later. Spine bow. Ooh. Should we orb chance this? Do I have orb chance? RNG, let's go. Oh, it's never mind, it's magic. Scour, I feel like it's a waste. I'm gonna do it though. Just do it for the vine. Alright, let's go. Orb chance is gonna be unique. No. It wouldn't matter. I don't think there's. I didn't even know what a spine bow can roll into, but nonetheless, it didn't get. Now we can follow it. No, I'm not gonna waste currency. I'm stupid. Yeah, we gotta go back to. Oh, we gotta deliver to Sin. And now we gotta meet him in the quarry. What? Oh, I clicked on that. Oh, there we go.
Farewell.
So we'll go ahead and path this way because I would really like to get the 2 jewel slots, and then I can actually go ahead and go over here. Not that I really want berserking, but I can get all these life nodes, and pretty much once I have all these life nodes, we'll be good. We'll be a little over 2.4 maybe, and then we need to get some items with life so we can scale our HP a little bit better. But I also want all those resistances. Alright, we going fast. Oh, thank you so much for the host, Jim. How'd your stream go, buddy? There's an item that I really want this league. It's called Void Fletcher. It's usually not that expensive. It's like 50 Chaos Orbs. And now it's like apparently 15 Exalts. Which is a lot more expensive than it should be. It's ridiculous. Like over 10 times the price. Oh, that's good. Fight the uber versions of like the Shrevon, Libro, and Dodri. We'll just not die. I don't know if, like, if you die here, if it, I guess we'll find out. Oh, okay, you can just spawn right in, alright. Oh. Just keep her in the corner. Okay, don't get hit by that. Easy. You're welcome. Which stronger, elemental or spell damage? Well, it depends what you're doing. Like elemental, you can scale it in like other ways. I mean, I suppose you can scale them, but like if I'm shooting bow, I can get elemental damage and it helps out. But like, it also depends on if you're doing like some scaling heralds or like other things that can proc off of elemental damage. It's really tough to say. I couldn't give you a defined answer. But I guess the best thing to do is probably download something called Path of Building and test it out. See which one's giving you like higher numbers. Because there might be other multipliers on certain things that I just don't know what you're doing with your build.
My mana is gone.
Holy Flame Totem. You know, I actually am very unknowledgeable with that totem, so I probably couldn't. I'm not the best person to ask for that. But if you hover over totem, does totem consider it like a spell, or what does it consider it? But I guess totem's casting the spell. Yeah, sorry, I'm not gonna be able to answer that on totems. Like in terms of like min-maxing. I don't want to give you the wrong info. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. Yes. Want to go down. Alright. And some of these bosses, it's fine just to go ahead and die and go back in over and over and over. I mean, ideally, yeah, you don't want to die, but... And sometimes, no matter what, you're just gonna die. So this one summons a bunch of like pools on the ground, and you don't want to stand in them. Most of the stuff, it's just all three of the abilities from all the bosses kind of combined. That one's kind of a task to dodge. It's just the purple one that I feel like is a little bit OP. Alright. Go back to Orieth. 1.7k HP. I know, I want to be on low HP though. I mean, on some of the bosses, it's just like whatever. I ain't gonna complain too much about it.
Can't see why I'd want to do that.
But I do want to do like the super endgame bosses, and I don't know how tanky we need to be. I guess we'll hopefully find out, not the hard way though. Alright, so we are in Act 10, the final act, and then we're going to go ahead and hit maps very, very soon, which is like the endgame content. Just get Chaos Inoculation. Oh yeah, Chaos Inoculation with this, yeah, with the 2 energy shield.
I am in need of your services once more. Help me.
Big brain plays.
My mana is gone.
just love how fast this build clears cost. Ooh, nailed fist! Oh, is that the wasp nest?
Pruning a branch can save a tree.
I need to remove like the damage on full life. It's actually like not very good. Since we're just going to be taking a bunch of damage. Let me see, hold on, how much damage are we losing? 18k? 22. That's so much? I honestly don't even know how we're gaining these frenzy charges. I should probably find out. Because I actually don't want the frenzy charges. What's granting me these frenzy charges? Ice Bite. Oh, okay. I mean, I think it's worth it. Like, I don't really mind taking the cold damage, because I can cast when damage taken a lot faster. But I also probably need to. Gives me extra damage. Yeah, it's not actually bad to have it. So what I'll do is we will drop the damage on full life support. And I'll probably just get another 5 link that just has like 1 red, because I still want to keep elemental damage with attacks, because that's like, it's like one of the best, right? And I'll get some type of other like cold. Wait, do I have added cold damage? Something else. I just think that like there's just too much damage that we're losing for like no reason. Well, we need to go back into town, but I'd rather go. Oh, why did I walk all the way back this way? I just didn't see like the next area. Okay. So we can get to the next area a little bit faster. Go ahead and grab this, and 39 minutes. Okay.
My mana is gone.
I get the waypoint. This area's waypoint. It's in the middle. I didn't even notice that for the longest time. We were actually like running something that was kind of counterproductive. I guess I could remove the gem though. I just want any area that's slightly close by that can have the waypoint. Okay, there we go. I feel like we revealed so much of the map over here, it makes way more sense to just grab this one. So otherwise we'll have to reveal all of it again. 466. Okay. I doubt the waypoint is like over here. Where the heck is this waypoint? This game is trolling me. No way, it's like right next to that. Right? Okay. That's just how it is with the action RPGs sometimes. Oh gosh. Always the last one. The only other area is like over here, and that's like super far away. I'm gonna go here just in case. Okay. Yes. Okay. There we go. Go back to this. Also, this is something I didn't get to mention before. This makes my character smaller. You know, what does that actually do? Not really anything.
Innocence.
Other than for looks. There's people that make their characters super huge for the memes in town.
Hello.
But there's not really a point in doing it. Alright, so do we get a sulfur flask? I think, oh, we get a quartz flask. That could be pretty nice. Oh, there's a sulfur flask too. I'll end up getting another sulfur flask. I like this other one that, I forgot what it's called, Divine of Sorrow. It's really cheap. But I'm going to go ahead and grab this quartz flask.
Remember,
And I'm
we
gonna
do this for
remove.
free.
I should keep the granite flask. The elemental resistance. I guess this. Oh wait, I can get rid of this. I feel like the armor is enough. Oh, I have to identify it too. Amuse, freeze and chill. Didn't I have something else to remove? Freeze and chill. Oh, this remove freeze and chill. Oh, that's perfect. I think it's great to have at least one of these that. So this one I can pop 2 and 3 for the most part the entire time. I do like this.
Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
And so basically we have to go and path all the way over here. Alright, so what are we at? 44. I think the next one we can finish off all these quests and finish off the game as far as like the main storyline. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this part. The next one will be up very soon. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.